Hi guys, Richard Heine here. Welcome to 2019. So, 2018, huh? What a year. Phew, it was a great year for me. I don't know about you, but I was doing pretty good. I was actually offering my courses, my Japanese courses on Skillshare, and it was doing fabulously for me. I was getting like 450 new students every month. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Finally gave me the funding to do the kind of projects that I want to do with Japanese and how to create kind of the next generation Japanese education platform. But then something interesting happened. My account got deleted. Yep. So all of that just disappeared, just like that. So that kind of sucks, big time. So now this is kind of a big setback for me, but you know what? It's kind of a good thing because it really pushed me towards better things, things where I'm kind of in control of my income rather than depending on these marketplaces like Skillshare because they don't have their best interest in the content creators. You know, all these YouTubers complaining about YouTube, right? Which is a real thing. I'm not saying that they're bad people for complaining or whatever. You know, if YouTube is not being too supportive, then, you know, that's okay. I mean, okay for them to complain. But yeah, it's really rough when you're a content creator and you just kind of want to make it. That's it. So anyway, so I'm moving towards better places, better things, and better futures, and hopefully that will allow me to create the kind of content that you guys will be interested in, and that will help you really, really master Japanese. And I want to create, just to give you kind of like a little peek into what I have in mind. I would like to create a place like a membership site where I take beginners and turn them into just total masters, just completely fluent, step by step, video by video, basically. And it's going to be pretty awesome. I can see clearly in my mind. I just need the funding and it'll be awesome. But, anyways, I'm going to start working on that in the near future as I generate the income necessary to start to make this happen. So if you want to support me, if you want to support this channel, because I want to be creating more YouTube videos and creating more courses and the kind of courses that you guys are actually looking for. Not just some, hey, here's a course, buy it, but like stuff that really helps you get to the next level. So if you want to support me, go to my website, click on courses, there's a little tab, it will take you to my online school where all of my courses are available. So that's the best way to support me. Now, this is not a sales video, I'm just letting you know my plans and how you can support me. So that's it about that. Now, on a more hopefully uplifting note, I wanted to talk to you about a little bit, you know, since we have the new year, you know, people take new resolutions and all that stuff, right? Which is wonderful. Here's the thing. I think that this would happen with Skillshare and me starting new projects and, you know, moving to a better place really reflects how it is with learning a language. Because there's really three main phases when you're learning a language, right? There's the beginner, intermediate, advanced. Then you have maybe like native speaker level, but that's not really all that important right now. The big ones are beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And it's not really entering that world and being in any individual one. It's really the transition from the beginner to intermediate, from intermediate to advanced. It's those transitions that are the tricky parts. And you know what? You're studying, you're learning, and you're learning your vocab, your grammar, and you can say all these wonderful things, and you're getting better and better. And suddenly something changes, and you're stuck, and you don't understand why you're stuck. And it's just whatever you try, it just doesn't work for you. And it just, why? I remember when I started learning kanji, it was just ridiculous. So, you know, I did what everybody says. Oh, you learn, you know, single characters or group characters, and you go through them, you know, and you learn one by one, and, you know, eventually you know all of them. It doesn't work that way. At least it didn't work for me. And from all the people I spoke to, that's kind of, it doesn't work that way for most people that I've met. Well, all people, but I'm saying most people, just, in case it worked for somebody else. But anyways, I'm rambling. So I was learning, one character, another, and I was 20, 100, 200, 300, and then I hit this wall. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get past 300 characters. Basically what happened was, okay, I started here, 300, and then I want to learn more, but the more I learn, the more I forget. So, okay, I go back and learn more of that, but then I forget the new stuff. And it's just, this was my capacity to learn, and I couldn't expand. I was like, what the hell is going on? I was stuck for 2 years, 2 freaking years of just chasing my own tails. That's a horrible metaphor. Anyway, I was stuck, alright? I was stuck and I didn't know what to do about it. And it was getting a little frustrating. After 2 years of not being able to do the freaking writing, I was ready to give up, honestly. Like, I was like, you know what, I guess it's not meant to be. I guess I don't have what it takes. It's clearly, I mean, I can't argue with the results, right? But then, just the right person said just the right thing at just the right time. And something clicked in my head. I was like, whoa, you know what? I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna learn this writing even if it's the last thing I'm gonna do. So I went back, but obviously I didn't do the same thing that I was doing the whole time, those 2 years, because that didn't work. If it doesn't work, do anything else. So I analyzed everything. Okay, what am I doing? What's not working? What's working? And I've developed my own system of learning the writing and vocab, for that matter. And it just works, and I didn't have problems with kanji ever since. It's the easiest thing now. It's just so easy. Now it takes effort still, right? You just follow the method, and it's just so simple. So if you're interested in the method, I posted another YouTube video about it, just about the method. I'll link it in the description. But anyways, that's exactly what happened with Skillshare, right? Things are going great, then something changes, and you're stuck. But then you don't give up. You stick with it. You figure it out. You analyze it. All right, how can I overcome this? And then you do, and you get to so much better place. And that's something I want you to keep in mind throughout the year of 2019, and hopefully in the future years as well, because it is a useful way of thinking about things. And not just Japanese, any language, any skill, really anything in life. Do what you can, and whatever's not working, you go around it and you figure out to get to a better place. It's kind of like a baby learning to walk. Now in the beginning is just lying on the back and can't do really anything. Can't even make a fist properly at that age. But you know what? Then the baby learns to flip, then learns to crawl, then learns that, hey, wait a minute, all those other people, those big giants, they're standing on their back feet. How are they doing that? And the baby starts to experiment. It pushes one hand, another leg, and that, and slowly but surely starts to create this feel for, oh, okay, there's this thing called balance. Obviously, it doesn't know the word yet, probably, right? But experientially it understands it, or at least partially at that point. And then, oh, okay, and little by little, it's able to stand on its 2 feet. And then what happens? The baby falls down. Of course it falls down. It stood up for the first time. It falls down. But does the baby go like, well, fuck it, I guess I wasn't meant to walk? Of course not. The baby gets up again and again and again and again, and it gets up as many times as is required for the baby to stand. And it puts a foot in front of the other, and then the other foot, and another foot, and throughout the whole thing it keeps falling, getting back up. And eventually, the baby can walk. And soon enough, it can run. And all the places you're able to go because of that. So keep that in mind when you're learning Japanese. It's not going to be always easy, but it's going to be pretty wonderful. And here's the beauty about learning a language. It's you have immediate results. It's not something that you practice for a million years and then hopefully maybe then you'll see some fruits. No, you learn something and then you can speak it. You know, oh, that's called that and that's called that, and I can say this sentence and that sentence. When I first started learning Japanese, my goal was only to learn how to order a beer in Japanese. That's it. That's all I wanted. I thought to myself, if only I can do that in some really weird foreign language, I'll be a happy man. And I did. And by the time I got to that point, I fell in love with the language so much that, you know, just, oh, let me learn just a little bit more. Oh, let me learn just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And soon enough, you know, I could have a conversation. And then I was going to Japan. And I could talk to these people on the other side of the planet in their language, following their customs as best I could. I mean, I'm still a foreigner, right? But it was absolutely incredible to connect with these people. Just such a strange, different culture, different ways of thinking, speaking, right? And then you have that connection, and it's just incredible. And you learn the writing, and suddenly, that weird stuff. It's not just weird stuff. It means stuff. That's cool. Oh, then this means that, and that means that, and this is pronounced this way, and that's pronounced that way. Get it? Step by step by step, little by little. So just keep learning. Just have fun with it. It's the most important thing. I just keep repeating all the time in all my courses. Just have fun with it. It should be fun. Doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. There's going to be things like, oh my God, why would they make it this way? It's just so complicated. Why wouldn't make it simpler? Why, Japanese people? Why? But you know what? You spend a little bit more time with it, a little bit more, and a little bit more. And one day, it's just easy. And you're like, oh, of course it's this way. It makes sense. It's easy. So have fun. In 2019. Study, learn, improve, have fun. And if you want to learn Japanese with me, go ahead and check out my website, support me. I plan on releasing more stuff, and I'm planning on making more YouTube videos. If you have any recommendations on things about Japan and Japanese languages you would like me to cover, by all means, let me know down in the comments. Like and subscribe, all of that stuff. And have a blast in 2019. I'll see you around.